Penis.
Nice.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Wednesday Weedle Wiener podcast.
Feels good to be back.
Today, we're going to talk about the size of Donald's you-know-what. It's pretty small, I'm going to have to say.
Hey, Trent, you're one to talk. What?
Oh, don't even get started.
If only you guys saw the title of the podcast.
Oh, it's Bromance.
What it is?
What is
Wait,
it?
what is it?
I mean, Don's kind of right.
Oh no. Oh my god.
It's going to talk about... we got some good stories this time around, Tim.
Absolutely. Trent, you want to kick it off with what happened? When was the last time we podcasted?
2 weeks ago.
We podcasted 2 weeks ago, and we basically had to... By the end of it, we just had to answer each other random questions in order to get anything going, because we lost half of our team.
I think this is a lot better, though, to not do podcasts every week. It's just a lot easier on us, because we actually have stuff to talk about.
I think it's been like over a month since I've been here, so...
Deli, I was just trying to win pirouette championships.
Oh, me and Donald. We can't let him do we can't let him do that.
Deli?
I guess we can talk about FRA
Oh.
real quick. That's going good. Well, for something.
Heavy quotations.
What's FRA? Never heard of it.
Oh man, Chris P loses his final round streak in an arena, which sucks.
And it was
What the first thing you bring up?
Hydra. Dude,
I'm sorry.
It's news, Danny. It's news. Like, trust me.
But Chris P is one of those drivers. He's like, where are we going? Are we going to Tampa or St. Louis next week? I forget.
Tampa.
Tampa. I think next week when we go to Tampa,
I killed
he's gonna have
Chewbacca.
a shot at the racing championship. He's the one he's been in what, the finals 3 out of the 4 events so far.
Well, at least he still has a semi-final streak. Yeah, that was the best comeback though of that whole night. Was that race?
I can't believe Hydro pulled that off. Like,
That freestyle.
Wait,
race was
Hydro
nuts.
beat Chris?
Hydro beat Chris. He had the craziest comeback I've ever.
That is amazing. Good job, Hydro.
Hydro
That's
also
amazing
won
for that,
freestyle,
but-
so he got 19 out of the 20 possible points you could have gotten maximum.
Jesus. Well, good job to him. I can tell I missed quite a bit, but
it's
I was
Honestly,
qualifying for an
Danny came
arena.
in as a fill-in because he didn't make the cut originally, but he came in to fill in for Deli in one race. So.
yeah, War Wizard wins racing. What is that?
What a weird show that was. War Wizard wins racing, and then Blacksmith wins freestyle.
Honestly, I don't know why you weren't there, because Hydro had stupid momentum.
It was a great moment. That's the best part.
Me and arenas do not get along, and
Points
I
Stupid
couldn't
close,
do
though.
arenas.
Chris is in first with 97, and right behind him is Donald with 95.
and Zach's bringing up third at like
He's inching by
86.
point by point. I'm surprised. I moved up one. I'm in fourth. Trying.
It's got first place in Battlefront 2. Oh, yeah.
War Wizard wins. Oh, Gavin's bounce last night after racing. Did a flat spin after a race.
Oh, the way the suspension bounced when that happened it didn't look natural. It like
It's not natural.
Riggs of Rods. I think Riggs of Rods had a stroke last night.
You
when
see-
that happened.
I had to do that so during a donut, the wheels don't go beside the cradle.
Yeah, and you don't want to recreate what the GIF I put in our chat is either.
That too.
Just,
I mean, the truck looks that fragile when doing a donut.
jeez.
All right, Trent. You can talk about the big one.
Oh, the one in turn 3.
No. What? Turn huh?
This is NASCAR, Donald.
I had to go there.
You mean what Kyle Larson said?
Oh, shit.
I don't follow NASCAR. No. Stupid.
Hey, There's sometimes good music about an NASCAR.
Ah, yes, episode 6, The Secret Bromance.
All right, we got it. Okay, so I know a little bit. I don't know any of the stories that went on. All I know is the last time we were on the podcast or talking was it?
Oh, hold on. One of my favorite songs are going in the background while we talk. That's Resonance by Home, dude. Oh, that song slaps.
Dude, it's the 10-hour version. I can listen to this. Like, if I don't die and I'm hearing the song, I'm really upset.
Us and Trent and Tim, since they're both in the same state, decided to meet up. So I think we're gonna let them take it away and what they're gonna talk about.
Well, yeah, now we can actually consider ourselves real life friends, and you know, like Donald, we're still pushing for our meetup, hopefully at the wedding. Yeah. Huh?
Yes, that's gonna happen for sure. I can guarantee it.
Yeah. But yeah,
How
you
do
know.
you kiss through a mask?
And Danny's gonna be silent for the rest of this. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Here's my comeback.
But yeah, so
the bride and groom had to wear masks.
ooh. But yeah, so me and Tim decided to, like, literally last minute, just decided to meet up and hang out, and somehow, Tim, it worked.
It went way too. I mean, except for the part where like I turned back around. But you know, other than that, it went perfect.
Yeah.
Somehow Tim replied.
Oh, Jesus, Danny.
Danny's just coming in strong. Jesus Christ.
Shall we tell our story now, Tim?
Yes, sir. I'll let you start it off because you.
I swear, if it ends in some weird.
Trust me, it's not going to end the way you would expect it to. But
The title says otherwise.
Danny, stop having stop.
Jesus Christ, Danny, calm down tonight.
MVP of roast of the night is going to Danny for sure.
I don't know if it's roast really because it's pretty toasty in there.
Okay, stop.
Stop. You technically get started because you're the one who got it started. Do you want to talk about the last minute planning part first? I guess 'cause that would probably kind of.
well, we'll start from the very beginning. It was during.
Uh-oh.
A part of, or it was part of the World Finals.
The FBI knows.
It was a part of one of those. Do you remember what it was, Tim?
What? You like cut out for a quick second.
Yeah, your mic is like.
Is it better now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Yes.
You're good now. It was just like
All right.
when you first started, I was like,
It was a part of either an FRA event or the World Finals 12 event.
I think it was World Finals 12 is when you mentioned it the first time again. Because you had mentioned it before, but like we never actually like legitimately talked
Well,
about
World Finals 12 was literally a day before, so we planned it 2 days prior. So it was some. I think we were just hanging out that day, and I said, "Hey, I'm free this weekend," and you were like, "Dude, I'm free too." And then I just randomly said, "Hey Tim, you want to hang out?" And you were just like, "Sure."
No, yeah, it was the FR event because it was Phoenix. Because we did it on a Wednesday.
That's true. We did do it on a Wednesday. So I remember we planned for Friday, and my buddy Nick was off that day as well, and me and him traveled up to St. Louis that day, and it was like an hour and 30-minute drive, and the entire time, almost the entire time, me and Tim were on the phone with each other to make sure we knew where we were, what time to get there, stuff like that.
Thank God one of you is not James May.
Danny, I swear, what is with you tonight?
I don't even know why.
Okay.
Bored.
Wait, what time did you? I don't remember the exact time you finally like got here. What was it again?
We got at it 12:30 is when we is when we got there, I believe. That or it was like 11:30. It was one of the two.
I think it was.
When it.
Yeah, I think it was around 12:30 because I showed. No, I think I showed up at 12:30.
I think that's what happened. Yeah, I could probably literally just look at our time. Well, it doesn't even show the time on it. So, but it was around those times. I believe 11:30 is when we got there, and we waited for 30 minutes for Tim to get dressed, go get his mom some medicine, and get his ass to the mall.
I forgot
And
how close I lived to the mall. It was a lot closer than anticipated.
yeah. And then whenever we dude, I swear it was crazy because we were on the phone, you and we were just like, I think I see a focus, and I was like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah,
And Tim, what happened then?
I saw him and I was like, dude, like, I don't know what it was, but we both like said this, like, it didn't really hit what was happening until we were both in the restaurant looking at each other. That's what it was. Like, whoa, this is happening.
I got out of the car and I just kind of like looked at him and was like, dude, I'm right here.
I was like, and you're like, give me some sugar.
Pretty much. I was like, get over here, man. We did a hug. And then I was like, you got the mask? Because I'm pretty sure we're probably going to need them inside. I don't look forward to getting yelled at today.
Nick was chill too, dude. I love Nick.
Oh yeah, Nick was awesome to hang out with that day, man.
Oh, and then Nick drowned in the toilet for a hot minute. That was funny.
Oh,
Yeah, no. Oh, that's another thing I forgot. Literally, whenever whenever we were waiting on Tim, I was like, Tim, where are you? Because I got a shit. And he was just like, dude, just go inside and go. And I'm like, no, that's okay.
I want to go with my bro.
Like 3 seconds. Nick's
Oh
like,
my
I just have
God.
to pee, and then was in there for like 10 minutes.
I went into shit. Nick went to go pee, and he was in there for a good 5 minutes. It never really truly hit me what was going on until I was like washing my hands, and I looked to my right, and Tim was right there, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not imagining this.
I know, okay, you looked at me and you went, dude, this actually just happened. I went, yeah, it did.
What a moment to think that.
Yeah, meeting a friend that you've met online is it's another kind of like up until we finally saw each other eye to eye. I had like immense butterflies in my stomach because I was nervous of what they would think. I was kind of like nervous of what Tim would think. And Donald, you're an asshole, okay?
Well, that escalated quickly.
I'll take that ring and chuck it down the fucking toilet, okay?
I thought you were about to say shove it down your throat.
Trent best man, hashtag W. What?
Anyway, so
No, yeah, it was like, whoa, this is happening.
I can't remember what you said to me whenever I was washing my hands at all from my life, but it was like something along just like, he's taking a bit, isn't he? I'm like, yeah.
Yo, and there was someone else in the bathroom, and all that person heard was, Nick, did you drown?
Wait, what was it?
You went, Nick, are you okay or did you drown? I can only imagine that poor other guy who's in the school was just like, what? What?
Yeah, I knew there was somebody else in the bathroom. We were just like, oh yeah.
Didn't get enough up to some kinky stuff.
And then when we finally got out, dude, we were bopping.
And there was an arcade next to the place, so we went in there and looked around for a little bit because I saw it while we were walking. I was like, okay, cool arcade, cool. What's yeah.
Oh, and then that's where we found those accelerators movies. And I sent a picture.
That was an arcade? I thought that was a dead Blockbuster.
No, not in the arcade. It was in this one shop called Slackers or whatever.
Man, that's the shop of the millennial.
Something like that.
I think we need to get to the part where I showed you the best thing, the one where Nick and you were simping over every single car possible. That.
It was more Nick and me. I was more just looking.
Oh, Nick's reactions to some of the cars were pretty funny.
Priceless. Nick's a car guy. So he took us, Nick. Well, not Nick. Sorry. So we failed to mention this. Whenever we got out of the mall, Tim basically just started prowling us around. And he, the first place I believe he took us was, it was either the $5 store. I think it was the five or under store.
Five below.
Five and below, yeah. And I saw a gaming keyboard, an LED gaming keyboard they were selling there for $5, and I was like,
Nice.
I want to try this, but I already have a brand new one that's like really nice.
Coke bottle part though, that was the funny.
Oh yeah, I actually have that on Snapchat still. So we bought a bunch of Coke bottles, not knowing that these things were not they were metal. They had the metal caps, but they were not like the ones where they still have the twistability.
Oh,
we
it's
had
the pop.
we had the pop tops.
Oh, those are cool.
We didn't know what to do, and finally we just used the rubber part that was on this trash can outside. It just went like, and it started spewing a little bit, so I had to kind of hold it in my mouth.
You guys should set up. Danny,
get those thoughts out of your mind.
Danny's trying so hard not to make a joke.
Filthy
I've
rabbit.
already thought of like 8 different jokes this whole time.
Danny, no.
Dude, Danny's the volcano ready to erupt right now.
Absolutely
Jesus Christ.
fucking disgusting
Oh,
you
you
are.
didn't have to say that.
No, Trent, don't you have the video of when I did it and my sunglasses flew right into the trash can?
Yep, and it's being posted in chat right now as we speak.
Oh no.
The viewers won't get to see it for just because I don't feel like showing you, but it's funny.
There you
And there goes my glasses.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, and then there was the failed attempt of trying to clack each other's, like we had to do a double take to clack each other's,
Dude, that coke hit different.
glasses together.
That coke was the best coke I've ever had.
Dude, that coke hit different.
You guys look like actual adults, and it makes me sad.
I was styling with my 90s green jacket.
Oh
Yeah,
no! I mean, the jacket, the shirt, the hat, the shoes. What?
Dude,
what year is this?
the first, I think one of my first thoughts whenever he got in the parking lot and I saw that green jacket, I was like, oh great, Marty McFly is here.
Oh my
Like
god.
styles and shoes, I had like the super like skater. I had skater boy shoes. You had normal tennis shoes, but they had like boots.
Yeah, there was the 3 horsemen of boots.
Oh, that is sick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that story in just a few seconds.
Oh,
But after
I
the
found
5
my
and
best.
below, we basically took a ride to this place called Fastlane, right?
Oh, my favorite place.
So this place has every single car you can imagine from like the 60s, the 50s, and so on.
Even the 30s. It's a car museum basically.
And yeah, it's a car museum, but it's with a twist. If you have the money, you can buy that car.
Damn.
Dude, they had a son of a digger. They had it. They had it.
For like $12,000, you could buy basically a son of a digger truck.
It had a lift kit and everything. I mean, I think the only reason is that the body was a bit banged up. Right?
Pretty much, but yeah, it was a little rusty, but not too bad. But then the icing on the cake was there was this Hot Wheels section that he showed us. It was basically their gift shop. It had a wall full of Hot Wheels from the 2000s. But as you could see in that video there, there was loose trucks, and then there was that box of the
Please,
Power Arena.
please tell me one of you guys picked it up.
No, it was only $20 though.
Are you kidding me? That's $20. I would have bought that. Holy crap!
I have nowhere to put that in my current situation.
If I had money, I would have. I don't.
Yeah, I'm broke.
And then one thing one thing Tim found was a destroyer, and Tim paced while me and Nick were in there. He paced back and forth like 4 times past that thing. And finally, me and Nick went to go look at the cars, and Tim was still in there. And Tim got asked this by the cash register guy.
Oh no.
He said you've been looking at this one a lot, and Tim was like, "Fuck."
Oh no!
Caught.
Yeah. That was right before I when I found. I remember, dude. You guys were looking at the cars when I found that bulldozer. I was like, Trenton, and you went, huh? And I was like, Where? What? Look what I found.
I have one of those bulldozers, but mine is
me too.
Details and it's beat to crap.
Dude, this bulldozer
Mine's still in pretty good condition. And because, I don't know, maybe I just got bored really quick when I was a kid.
Oh, that was disgusting.
But,
Yeah, no.
So, yeah,
after
we-
I got to the bulldozer, the guy looked at me and he went, "You sure you don't want that one you kept looking at?" And I just went, "Dang it!" And I went back and I was like, "Okay, fine." I think
You win.
The best story is the A&W story, though.
oh my gosh, buckle your seatbelts for this one.
I don't have any seatbelts on my chair.
I'm laying down.
I'm
Pretend.
not gonna say anything.
So,
I mean,
we
Trevor could have been in his car.
No, not for like a 3rd time.
To give you insight, Trent, Trevor's been in his truck like twice for these podcasts.
Yeah.
Man, every time we do it, it's like I'm stuck outside of the house. I can't get home.
Alright, but continue.
So it was about like 1 o'clock when we finally decided. 1 o'clock, yeah, when we finally decided to go get something to eat. I was like, all right, I'm hungry. You guys hungry? Yeah.
Nick was like,
And-
"I'm gonna eat a horse if we don't eat."
He's like, what?
Nick said, I don't know if you heard it, but Nick's like,
I think he said I could eat a horse. And I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, he's like, yeah, I can eat a horse. We should probably go get something.
One of the things while we were walking back and Nick was just checking out the cars, one of the coolest things was like Tim just kind of was like right next to me and he's like, dude, Nick's pretty cool. And I was like, well, thanks, man. I was like, yeah, I know.
This guy I never met. He pretty cool.
I know, I was,
This
I literally went up to
entire
Trent,
stranger?
I was like, literally, like, I think. I was like, thanks for bringing him along. I like him. He's cool.
Yeah, you were like, I'm glad you brought him along. He's cool.
Then Nick got my number, and now me and Nick like talk. It's hilarious. Ugh. Love it. But
So
Anyway,
we fi-
continue making me jealous.
So we finally we got to A&W. We decided on A&W. We originally, I believe, were going to go to Chili's was the plan, but we decided there was an A&W not too far from where we were, and so we decided to go there. And it wasn't like the one in Farmington, which is the closest one that I have, where it's a Lon John Silver's and A&W mix. This one's just plain A&W. We pull into that parking lot. And this one's like a really small one. It's basically like on the side of a strip where it is the parking lot can only hold like 8 cars, something like that. And we get into this really sketchy drive-through, finally get up, and I see this big banner that said family deal.
No.
And I looked, and on the picture of it, it showed a shit ton of cheeseburgers, and I was like, we could
I could go get it real quick.
go get it.
Who's the child here? I'd say Tim's definitely the child here.
I'm claiming Danny is my child, so therefore I will get this deal.
I do be the youngest, but nothing else.
Let's be honest. Danny
I
is
am
the
mentally
most
nowhere
mature.
near a child.
Yeah, I was gonna say Danny is the most mature though. So
I wouldn't go that far.
Mature in another way.
oh god.
Oh,
Sure.
no.
Sure, let's go that way. Anyway.
Want to, but
Get
sure.
back to that thought after this, after these guys finish their story.
So now we wait on Tim to come back.
Did he go
Right.
to the drive-thru?
No, he actually went to go get the receipt.
No, he went to the drive-thru. He gonna take a picture of it.
You won't need to because I have a picture of it right here. So this is what I saw on the picture.
Oh my gosh! All I think is the.
Oh my god.
All I think is the stupid cheeseburger song from fucking Veggie Tales.
So
Okay,
we pull up.
Yes.
We pull up. Before you read off that receipt,
Yep.
let me get to it. We pull up, and I'm like, Tim, why don't we just get that? I'm sure all of us could eat that entire stack, no problem. And he's like, all right. And so we get up to the intercom, and Nick had no idea that we ordered it because I said, yeah, I'd like the cheeseburger slider family pack, please. And 3 small Cokes. And Nick all of a sudden was like, yeah, give me a double cheeseburger only mustard. And I was like, a double cheeseburger only mustard.
Best part's coming up.
And then Tim was like, order some cheese curds. And then I said, can I have some cheese turds? I mean, cheese curds.
Bro, I started cracking up the moment we said turds. I lost it.
Tim lost it, dude.
And then you lost it as you were ordering. And then I think that whoever was on the intercom was so fed up. They're like, "Is that all?"
I was like, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Oh
I would
my
have just
And,
had an insane double take.
I'm curious how many people have also made that mistake.
What would have been bad is you get the person over the intercom. I'm not a lady. I'm a dude.
It was a lady, I could tell. But we get up to the window, and we have to wait. I gotta hand it to this restaurant, man. It took no time to prepare 7 cheeseburgers, 4 small fries,
Actually, 5.
5,
Medium
yeah,
fries,
5 small,
actually.
5 medium fries. Could have sworn they were small. 3 small Cokes and a gallon of root beer.
Oh my gosh.
The gallon
And
of
that's
beer
We
cracked
get
me
the
up.
bag. We get the bag, right? We get the bag with the food in. We're like, all right, that's a pretty big bag. And then she hands us the gallon of root beer,
And like, it's...
and I lost it when I saw that thing.
Dude, I know how big those gallons of root beers are because my fiance used to work in an A&W back in 2019. So those things are huge.
Yeah.
I know, dude. Chen went, "What the?" and then just started cracking up. Dude, those burgers were so good too. Oh.
So we
And they're
get up,
putting one of those
and
down.
Tim, go ahead and read the receipt.
Okay, alright, so 3 small Pepsis, 1 cheeseburger family pack, 4 medium fries, 1 gallon of root beer, 6 cheeseburgers. It's just 6 cheeseburgers, 1 double cheeseburger, only mustard, 1 french fry, and then 1 cheese curd. The price for it was surprise. Let's let them guess. How much do they think it was?
I'm gonna guess $32.
Okay.
I
Trevor,
would guess
what do you
somewhere around 30. Sounds like a lot.
Danny?
20. I don't know.
It was only $36.91.
Damn. That's cheap for how much that was, though.
Yeah.
Exactly. We were shocked.
And that's when Tim and Trent knew they had to step up their game.
And I ended up paying for all of it. I just handed Tim my card, and Tim just gave it to him.
I was like,
Okay, so Trent's the male of the date.
yeah. Oh, the hobby store I think is gonna be cool though. How chill everybody was in there.
Yeah, but there's one thing that I want to mention before we talk about the hobby store and all that. Back in the mall, when we were about to leave Slackers, we were passing by the passing by the cash register. And Tim knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh no.
So we see this lady that was working at the cash register. She's pretty. She was wearing a low-cut top where you can see cleavage and overalls.
What?
her tits were so big that the slightest movement would make them jiggle, and I was like,
What in the world am I listening
Trent
to?
was walking out of the store. I looked at him and then like cupped my hands around my
dude, I was like, I went to Tim, like, dude, look at her. And then whenever you started walking out, I looked at Tim, and he started jiggling his chest, and I lost it.
Oh
as we
my
were in the store,
God.
like, I yelled like Yahtzee or something.
Yahtzee.
Something like that.
And even Nick
Man,
went,
straight men are weird.
okay, man.
Shut up, Danny. I don't want to hear it.
Why do you like meters?
Street men are weird. Well, sorry that we like tits over text.
I'm not even gonna go there with my story. I'm not going there.
Yeah, please don't.
Don't even
That
try.
time Donald experiment.
No.
Oh, God.
No,
Okay.
no, Danny, you're way wrong on that.
Okay,
So-
well, that I am.
I believe after we got out of A&W, after we got done eating, we went back to where my car was, and we decided to switch around because I wanted Tim to, experience the car, which, it needs vacuumed, so it wasn't really that pleasing to see. But the first thing that Tim mentions was like, "You got diecast in your car?"
Yeah, Nick's like, oh yeah, spin master back here.
We were gonna trade him off that day, but we forgot to. So I had Nick get in the back, and I had Tim get in the front because that's what he did for me. And we went to, what was it again?
Mark Twain Hobby Shop.
Yeah, we went to the Mark Twain Hobby Shop, and at this shop, it was basically like they were incredibly strict, basically saying no mask, no service. It was that kind of place. But
Understandably.
the second we got in there, I put my shirt up because I let Tim borrow mine because he forgot his in his car. And we went in there and we asked for one, and the girl's like, "Yeah, sure, here you go." And I was like, well, "Thanks."
Yeah, I remember he
And-
looked at you and went, "Do you need a mask?" And you went, "Yeah."
And we went in there, and the guys in this hobby shop were really chill, and I was so glad about that. And so we were looking around, and we were like, I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if we saw the low CMT in here? And then next thing I feel Tim tapping my shoulder, and then he's frantically pointing, and I look, and there's the son of a digger LMT right there.
Nice.
That thing is huge in person. Oh my gosh, it's the size of the cabinet.
Can you take a picture of the digger? Actually, I might have a picture. Let me see. No, and they also had that Brutus RC or whatever.
Yeah, the EMC or whatever it's called.
They also had Axial. They had everything, dude.
They had the SMT-10. I remember like the first one we saw. They had a big, huge box of what the LMT kit was, like the black chassis, and there was a gravedigger just kind of hiding in the back there. It looks like it was somebody already owned it. There was a lot of cool stuff. And then one of the last few things we did before we left, they have an actual track for slot cars.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Like they let you use it. They
Fuck
do not use it.
yeah!
If Tim recorded it, he could have gotten 3 million more views.
Okay, I'm curious. Do you guys know what scale their ski cars were? Because I know most popular is like 124th, 125th. I think.
It looked like 1/24th,
Okay.
maybe rough estimate.
Maybe
But-
133rd or something.
But that's not the story. Like, Tim gets it. We finally get it to work, and one of the first things that Tim's does is run it off the road. They start racing it off, and there was this little piece of railing that they had that was just like a little plastic deal.
Yeah.
That Tim had to put it back in its slot because it kept getting in the way of the car, and the car would just go.
starting to doubt that license.
And yeah, and I was just like, all right, well, you ready to go? And I mentioned that I had an actual Red Cat ground pounder at home, and Tim was like, whoa, I want to see that. I was like, well, come on with us to my house. It'd probably be best if you followed us, though. So I offered to buy Tim's gas for coming down.
Mhm.
Also, Tim, I was actually going to ask you earlier, but I never could get a chance.
Where's my money?
Are you off tomorrow? Are you off tomorrow? No? Darn. But I went and bought his gas, and it was packed in that intersection. There was this dude who had a Subaru, which was like, womp.
Like, dude, shut up.
That's not what you say to a Subaru.
No, it is.
That's rude.
I don't
You see, that happens here, but those are with Fords and Chevys, not
See,
Subaru.
I live next door to a diesel mechanic, so I get to hear diesel engine revving 24/7.
I wouldn't mind that.
I don't want. I'd rather have the Subi.
But
I wish. Okay. I know we're going off topic, but my dad has a car collection, and I'd much rather hear my dad's small block Chevy that has in his Model A revving 24/7 than the diesel truck next door.
We should tell Donald they have all the model trains possible. There.
Oh no.
yep,
Like,
they had a lot of model trains, a lot of like the miniature setups, like miniature vehicles you can put on the tracks and everything.
Didn't you guys play that? Like,
Now I want to come up there to that place. Jeez.
they had like an RC plane. Like,
For a little side highway, it wasn't even. This place wasn't on a strip or nothing. It was just on the highway strip, I guess you could say. It was like a curved highway. It was off. It wasn't in the middle of town or nothing. But for what it was, that place was pretty packed with good stuff. But
Sometimes you'd be like some of the off the beaten path hobby shops like that. You usually can find some of the best
they
stuff.
also had like little model cars that like they had everything. Pretty much.
Which actually, I'm in the middle of making a forget what scale it is, but a '57 Chevy that I'm gonna do a custom. It's a kit where you have to build it. So I'm gonna do a custom paint job on it.
and you know, after we got Tim filled up, he started following me back to my house, and it was going smooth up until we reached Arnold.
Oh no.
Or no, it wasn't Arnold. It was somewhere. It was somewhere on the interstate. We reached one of the towns, and holy crap, we got into a traffic
Oh,
jam.
you guys got St. Louis traffic all day, baby.
Yep, we got hit with the St. Louis traffic. We were bumper to bumper, up for a good 15 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
But-
I don't think I could do that.
But in the 15 minutes in the time frame of 15 minutes, me and Tim were talking on the phone, communicating with each other, just chatting, and then Tim all of a sudden gets a text from his mom.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And
Where did you go?
what did that text say, Tim?
Hey, come home. There's something here for you. I was like, what? I was like, can it wait? And she went, no.
And that's the thing I've been meaning to ask you. What was that thing?
I was right about to get us the new Xbox.
The new Xbox? That's pretty cool.
Nice.
And
I know. I went, oh crap, and Trent went, what? And I was like, you're gonna hate me.
I'm pregnant.
And I was just like, I'm not gonna hate you, but what? But what? And he was like, I have to turn around. I'm like, I hate you.
No, but like besides that, the day could not have gone any better.
Oh yeah.
I think,
Besides, it was getting like it was dark by the time we got home. So
If
other than that,
best.
yeah.
I think one of the
I-
coolest cars though that you guys saw in Fastlane was the Dodge Viper. Not even lying.
Yeah, it was the 2002 Viper, and it looked brand spanking new, man.
Or the GT.
The Ford GT was awesome. It was like a
Oh, man.
1961, something like that.
If I ever, well, Trent for sure, but if I ever get Tim up there, I gotta take him to the Henry Ford. We got some cool cars. We're opening up a new racing exhibit too, shortly.
Yeah, that's why I was like. That's why I was asking if you were busy tomorrow, Tim. I was gonna see if you wanted to travel down here and hang out for a little bit.
I mean, I get out of my text like 2.
Yeah, that wouldn't
Oh,
work.
that's sick. What?
Jeez, now I kind of want to come up there sometime.
Huh?
I got spring break in 2 weeks. Like, not this coming week, but the next week.
Yeah. But you know what? We got something even bigger than that little hangout day. Come May 22nd and 23rd.
You two are going
get-
to a strip club.
Yep, that's right. We're going to a strip club with the boys.
Not just me and Trent and Nick. We're having Chase, Devin,
And Isaiah
and
is
Isaiah.
another
Hey,
is a
the
friend
more
of
the
ours.
merrier.
Hi, Dom.
We're going to a monster truck show that's coming about 30 minutes away from me.
Okay.
Danny just is done.
Danny's disappointed it's not a men's strip club.
No, I'm disappointed I'm not there with you.
I mean, if you got the money, you can come down, but like
I think money's not an issue. I think we're parents and age and all that stuff.
Yeah, I keep forgetting.
yeah, if you're 16, we can't hang out with minors.
Man, it's been like 100 times since I've heard that.
The jokes Devin kept cracking the whole time. Now we-
Oh my gosh, I was about to choke Devin if I could.
Dunlap?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, I had to ask.
No, Devin Douglas. I don't know any other Devin. Devin Doss.
hmm
Man, if I had the money and the ability to convince, I would love to go.
Yeah, I would. Same here.
Thankfully, it's close to me and Trent. I'm surprised Chase was able to. That shocked me.
Chase can't even make an event.
Oh, come on.
him and his dad are writing down to do it.
Devin
And
is-
so far, we got actually, I was being mean to talk to you about it, Tim. Right now, the plan is Isaiah is going to go to the airport, and he's going to get a rental car. And hopefully, I was going to ask you if you just want to split it between 2 cars, or do you want him to try and go for a little bit more of an expensive route and get a 7-seater?
We'll probably have to split it to 2 because my dad and my friend are coming, so
You're what?
my dad and my friend are coming, so that's 3 right there, and then you still have you. Is it going? I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nick,
we'll have to split it
Devin,
between 2 then.
yeah. We don't.
Danny,
So-
are we,
Then Trent's got to figure out how much he's got to save up for December to come up to Michigan.
Oh my god, yeah. And I
Danny.
still
I should
Oh,
just,
I got-
just
Go
like,
ahead.
hide in Trenton's suitcase
Sh-
and then be like,
Chevy's wanting me to come to West Leb in August as well, and I'm just like, I can try, man, but like going up there is not inexpensive. It's expensive.
Yeah, didn't you
Yeah.
talk to your mom about that? And she was even
I know, trust me, I'd love to because I get to meet David and Marty and all of them. Like, this could be the year that I could finally This is gonna be the year I can finally meet my friends.
Either way, you'd probably meet Marty twice because Marty's invited to my wedding.
I know,
like, okay, Donald, I see
and I know,
I'm just kidding.
and I know that when we were talking about who you were gonna invite to your best man, you brought up me, and
Yeah.
that I'm gonna tell you that shocked me.
Oh, yeah, Trevor was telling me about that when we met. He's like, dude, listen what happened. And then I was like, oh.
See, originally it was like back in high school. It was gonna be my friend Steven Anderson, but I haven't talked to him since I graduated. So I was like, well, I could invite him, but I haven't talked to him in now 6 years. So I'm like, well, I've known Trenton for about
Going on 8 years, yeah.
8 years now, and I'm like, dude, there would be no other person because we had a couple other people chose because we weren't 100% sure at the time. But as more I thought of it, I'm like, I'd have to go with Trent because I've known him for 8 years. Yeah, we haven't always talked every damn day, but
We've been best friends for 8 years now. We've
Yeah.
always found time to talk to each other. We've never had any time where we hated each other or anything.
Tim, we go back to TeamSpeak days with me and Trent.
TeamSpeak.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go back to 2013, man. Like,
Just to give insight from my view when I met Trent, I used to watch dude, I used to look up to the T-Ray channel as like the god of all Rigs and Rods like YouTube channels.
When Trent told me that
and then that same guy, hold on before you continue, Donald. And then that same guy was sitting passenger in your car.
I was like, what? I said that I think when we were
Yeah.
the McDonald's was working. I was like, dude, this is nuts. What?
Trent told me back in the TeamSpeak days, late 2013, he had a YouTube channel. I'm like, oh, cool, he's got a YouTube channel too. So I got a friend who's got YouTube. Sweet, let's do some stuff.
Yeah. We tried to do YouTube stuff. It didn't always work, but we did stuff.
I remember when Trent, back in Fun Tour days, I told Trent, I think this was the first time I told you this. I was like, Trent, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first heard your voice, I thought you were black.
That's not you're not the only person, but a lot of people did, and I was just like, why? And then some of those, because your profile picture you used to have, and I was like, oh, that was just some dude off of Filthy Frank.
But the voice matched the dude. That's what was
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I remember when I told him I was short, he didn't think I was as short as I actually was. I remember after you hugged me, you went, dude, you're little.
Dude, I remember the first thing that we did whenever Tim got there is we phoned up Zach and we put it on FaceTime, and I stood at the sidelines to kind of wait for that surprise. Zach knew it was coming because I was talking to him beforehand, and Tim was just like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" And then I was just like, "Who the hell are you talking to?" And I got in the frame. I just started to rest my arm on his shoulder while we were talking to him.
Zach looks like such a Chad. I can't even.
Oh my gosh, Zach was straight from the 80s, man. He was Chad tier.
And then remember Chad went, dude, Tim, you're short. And I went, Zach, you're shorter than me. Just imagine.
Oh, Zach's shorter than you?
Zach's 5'8".
Zach is the Rey Mysterio of his wrestling world.
Oh my.
I'm 5'8".
Dang, you are.
And I'm pretty much 6 foot, so I'm normal.
Yeah, I'm
Ish.
6 foot-ish. 6'1"-ish.
Oh man, what a day though. I'd say
That
my favorite part was the A&W where we couldn't stop laughing and Fast Lanes. That was
I know. I remember we phone called. I think it was Brandon, and I was like, "Hey, look, this is something that we can't do." And we started high fiving in basically touching hands.
Oh yeah, the weird little handshake.
We were like,
Oh my gosh.
And then that's when we talked to Chase about.
I would actually want to punch someone in the face if they did that to me.
what the?
And then Brandon was just like,
No, just calling me and doing that.
Dude, Brandon was not impressed though. He was just like, very good.
When is Brandon impressed?
Actually, a lot.
really?
Sometimes where he's impressed. Well, he actually had a plan coming up. It had to get canceled because I forgot that I was going to, and it was already paid for, so there's no way I could cancel it. In June, there's supposed to be the Springfield show in Missouri coming up,
Right.
and me and Brandon were starting to get this idea where I can help fly him out here. We could hang out, drive down there, and basically go watch both days of Springfield.
Mm.
And I was starting to show him, just like, hey, check this out. In Springfield, Missouri, it's the granddaddy of them all, Bass Pro Shop, and it has this motorsports museum now, where it has one of the wrecked cars from 2015 Talladega, I believe is what it was.
Nice.
It has one of the original Dale Earnhardt cars. I think both of them, the gold and the black.
I
You need
think
to tell them
one.
about that Dale Earnhardt limited edition Chevy that we saw
I
at Fest.
think the one.
Oh yeah. There was a like a I forgot what they call it. It was like a Chevy S10 like it wasn't exactly a Chevy S10 because like an SUV, but it was a Dale Earnhardt version of it. It was so sick.
Like, it
Where
was
were we
like
saying,
1 in
Donald?
1,000 or something.
I was gonna say, I think the one in the two that were at the Bass Pro, I believe those are owned by Richard Childress.
Wow.
So I'm guessing. Don't quote me on this. If anyone has information that is listening to this podcast, please correct me.
Who knows?
Was it a Tallahassee maybe?
Maybe.
Because I remember I found something on YouTube. Richard Childress owns 41 original Dale Earnhardt cars that he drove. He sold one. He had 42. He sold one, and there's one that's going around the States.
That's just insane.
Yep.
Oh, it was the Blazer. Whatever.
Yeah, the Blazer. It was a Dale Earnhardt version of a Blazer, dude. It was in mint condition as well.
No, his said
It was
1,000.
it was
I like,
perfect. And you can, if you got money, you can go and buy it. It's for sale.
I think it was 20. It was 20, yeah. 20 grand.
20 grand, and it's yours.
You know, for some of those cars, dude, they were rather cheap.
Rather cheap for what they.
Remember that one truck that were like monster art moments of how crappy that view was out of the windshield?
Wait, what?
Remember that one truck that was like really low and the windshield was like monster like terrible?
Oh yeah.
Ugh. The windshield
We
was
found-
like maybe
we found it.
5 inches wide or something. Well, not wide, but like 5 inches tall.
Yeah, it was not enough for it to be street legal. Well, maybe it was street legal, but I don't know. I wouldn't drive it on the street. I wouldn't drive it.
No, thank you. Although that Willys, wanted it. Remember Nick's like, I wish I brought my money. I could have bought this.
Yeah, I was just like, no, you weren't. I literally, he was about to buy that $100 model of like the Dodge Charger or whatever, and I was like, Nick, if you buy that, I am leaving you here.
Dude, they have.
I literally told him, I was like, you could find your own way home.
Nah, Nick was cool though.
He was a great.
Trenton,
Nick
dude,
was.
no, Trenton is like the plug to meet people. Like Trenton's the only reason I talk to you now, because he invited you to FRA. I'm just be straight up. Trent is the plug. Look at you go. Man,
Look at him go, Trenton, go,
that Coke,
go,
though.
go, Trenton, go.
Coke, that was, I don't know what it was, but I don't think I'll ever have a soda as good as that.
Dude, honestly, like that day was a lot of fun. And you know what? May 22nd, 23rd is going to be even better, because you better, if you have a job by then, Tim.
Yeah, I start on the 18th, so we're gonna be all good.
So make sure that at least get a couple days worth of get over with training, and then when the time's right, make sure you do it as soon as possible. Ask off from the 21st of Friday.
Yep.
And the 25th.
Ask off.
Mm.
Man. So ask off from the 21st to the 25th.
Of May.
Okay.
Because that's what I asked off. That way we got plenty of days where we don't. We got days where we have a show scheduled, and we have days where we don't have to worry about a show.
We have to take him to Fastlane. Change my mind.
Exactly. We can go to the museum, the St. Louis Museum, the Science Center.
Oh, dude, we have to take him to the IMAX. We have to.
We have to. Devin, you know what? I asked Devin the other night. I said, "What's the first thing you want to do whenever we get to St. Louis? Whenever you get to St. Louis, and we pick you up or whatever?" He's like, "I want to go to the Arch," and I was like, "We can do that because the Arch is free, is it not?"
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, the Arch is free. So that'll be easy peasy lemon
I've been here
squeezy.
so many times, dude. Do you know that they're open 24/7? I didn't know that.
Just after the door run show's done, we're just like, you guys want to go to the arch? Sure.
No, that's what my friends. That's what my friends told me they did. They actually like snapped me at like 3 in the morning. They were in the arch. And I was like, what? Oh yeah, no one's here. Look at this. This is weird. And I was like, what? You guys just in there? How'd you get in there? They're like, oh, they're open. I was like, what? I didn't know they did that. Oh man. What a crazy day that was.
It really was a crazy day, man. I saw.
That's kind of. It wasn't even a week ago that this happened, which is the crazy part.
It was several days ago.
It was.
And I'm already. You're like, I literally. It basically, Snapchat was just like, your trip to St. Charles and St. Peter's. And I was like, oh.
What did I say? I was like, bro, I already missed that day. And it was only
Yeah, you said, I already missed that day. And I was like, me too.
Oh, man. We're sad. That is so sad.
Yeah. But, like I said, I gave you my address and I gave you, and you already have my phone number. Just literally, any day you're bored and you know that I'm off work, just call me up. That or text me and ask me if I'm off work or busy.
Yeah.
And just say, hey, I'm bored. Can I come to your house?
I'm thinking, dude, that's the week of spring break that I have. Which I think is in 2 weeks. Not this coming week, but the next week. So like the end of March or whatever.
Right. Also, that ground pounder is still available if you want it.
I know I'll be off a day. I'll just have to figure out which day it is for McDonald's. I'm just glad I'm finally starting. The problem was that they changed all the management and everything around, so they had to like figure that out first. So
Yeah.
understandable. The GM or whatever, the owner of the store, like messaged me and my friend who got hired, and they're like, "We're so sorry. Do you guys still want to work? We understand if you don't. It's just we had a lot happen." And I was like, "Yes, I want to still work.
Give me a job.
Give me a job." Do you remember how sketchy that after leaving the $5 5 and below, how sketchy that like we had to leave, bro? I hate that exit. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
that sucked.
Yeah, you went, dude. St. Charles drivers suck. I was like, I know.
Yep.
They're the worst.
Welcome
Hi,
back.
Trevor.
I'm back.
Hi, Trevor, you missed it, dude.
I didn't want y'all hearing what was going on in the background.
Dude, so when Trent got to my area, the people that drive down there are just terrible. And as we were leaving the exit, Trent went, man, St. Charles drivers suck. I was like, I know. I deal with it every day.
I figured it's just normal that everyone in the South can't drive. Like, I'm used to it.
The drivers in my town are pretty normal compared to what Tim has to deal with.
Dude, people don't use
Christ.
blinkers.
It's just the big city. The big city people have no idea what they're doing.
See,
Oh, every city people don't know what they're doing.
It's so weird that Trenton calls my area city.
Dude, going through Dallas actually kind of stresses me out sometimes. Jesus, oh my god. We're back again.
Dude,
Trevor!
I hit the four-way like highway or whatever they call it.
Oh, I hate that.
Like there's like 4 lanes and it's like, especially when it's like rush hour
Isn't that like
and
240?
people are moving at 70 miles an hour and you're stuck in the middle, you're just like, what do I do?
Yeah, dude, literally, Missouri drivers look at the speed limit of like 60 and they're like, so I can go 20 over, right? Do you remember when we got separated when I was following you and I somehow caught up in like 5 minutes?
Yeah,
Bro,
I remember that. We saw these little Ford little Ford Taurus hauling ass towards a little Ford Focus.
Dude, Trenton's like, good lord, Tim, you're hauling. I was like, I have to. Oh man, the funny.
Oh man, what a day it was. We keep saying that, but it's really like, if I could replay and do it all over again, I would. Like, that day was just so amazing. Another highlight we forgot to mention was when we made Danny extremely jealous.
Love to see it.
Yeah, accelerators. I mean, you're doing that right now, though.
We found those Hot Wheels DVDs inside the V stock.
Not just Hot Wheels, they're Highway 35. Get it right.
Accelerators.
Yeah, that was neat.
Yeah, and I was laughing whenever you texted Tim, and
Jesus Christ.
you were just like, "Who's that?"
I went, it's Trenton. And you went, oh.
Alright.
Post that picture in here, Tim, because I know you still have it. Don't lie to me.
So what was being explained before I was...
Oh, how I had to haul.
I had to go?
I was hauling.
I don't know.
Horse.
You were what?
Hauling, bro. I was chugging down the highway.
Pedal to the metal, full tilt.
I was full.
He was going 80.
Jesus Christ.
That's pretty normal though.
Well,
I basically
yeah,
had to slow down and go to 60 with like hundreds of cars passing me to even let him keep up, because I would be pushing 70 to 80 if it was normal. Like,
because Missouri,
I
they
mean,
see 60 and they're like, okay, so we're going 80 to 90. Gotcha.
it's 75 here usually, so I'll push 80.
yep, there it is.
I think it was the glasses, because I've never seen that when you share screen.
Yeah, I'm nearsighted, so I have to wear them when I'm driving.
Also, you standing, that too.
Yeah.
And there's Nick fixing his boot.
Yeah, Nick in his boots.
Nick and his
Nick.
boots.
Ironically enough,
have a
Nick's
grandma sweater?
Nick's face is covered in that one as well.
Dude, it was so
I thought that
hot in the
was I thought that was just some employee.
Imagine.
Dude, the mall was so freaking hot though. I was dying of heat stroke. And you had a sweater on, dude.
Yeah, I don't know how I kept that sweater on for so long. I was burning up in some places.
Bro, I remember Trenton when we were leaving the one store with all the yes, before you even said it, I went, I know, and you went, do you know what I'm talking about? And I just turned my head and you went, and you started laughing. Great minds think alike.
Yep.
I still think we didn't know the hardest we laughed was the whole A&W experience.
That was a place to be, dude. I swear I was crying from that.
Can I get some cheese turds? I mean cheese curds. Can I get that? But dude,
Tim.
you really lost it when they gave us
Tim.
the bag.
The A&W bag of soda made me lose it, dude, because it's just I was just thinking of what the car behind us was thinking. They saw a big bag that could hold like 20 burgers in it being handed to Tim, and then they saw a little bag of root beer being handed to us.
Oh.
Dude, they're putting one of those in pretty close. I'm gonna have to go try it then.
Dude, their burgers are so good.
They're really good.
Like I hate
Their
pickles.
their mustard's unique too. Like,
Yeah, the mustard's interesting, but like I hate pickles, but like I didn't even mind like the flavor of the pickle on the burger.
I didn't even know that like fast food place existed until they literally like it's getting put in. It's like gonna be mixed with a gas station, but it's a really sketchy gas station
Yeah,
that this
no,
Mexican
A&W
place used to be at. That I used to be scared to go to. Cause I felt like I was gonna get food poisoning.
Yeah, this A&W is not connected to anything. It's just like it's really random. But it's so good. It's so good.
I'll have to try it when it opens. I don't know when it's opening.
Oh, and then Brian getting mad. I mean, not Trevor, Trenton, Brian getting mad about the masks. So we purposely took a video of us pulling them down and going, no. I have that video.
I remember you told me, it's like, yeah, he works at a school, and he got yelled at for it, and I was like, oh, well, damn.
And all these mask restrictions are apparently being lifted as well.
Yep, that's true. They are.
State of Texas today has actually lifted, I think, all their COVID restrictions.
Yeah, Trenton, ours is April 1st is when the mask mandate go bye-bye.
In
For
Missouri?
us, it's the end of the month.
I can't wait till it comes back because people are still dumb.
A lot of places, from what I understand, are still going to make people wear them, though.
Which
kind of sucks.
makes
I'm ready
total
to be
sense.
Corporate's
ready
gonna
to
make
be
them
rid of
wear
them.
it. Corporate's gonna make us do it for as long as they can before we have to riot. But
I've said this to
But,
everyone
like-
I know. The biggest problem is like y'all remember when people would you have Karens and stuff like that getting so mad because they have to wear masks and throwing absolute fits, dude. Now that they're going to take this whole these restrictions have been lifted thing,
They're the
take it to a
same ones
whole
that
nother
were.
level.
They're the same ones that were like yelling at us for not having one on, though. Like, there's two different parties of Karens. They're the ones that don't like masks
Yeah.
and the ones that freak out if you don't have one.
I understand that you have to wear masks, but I hate them.
I hate
I
them
wear
too,
'em,
dude.
though.
I
I
can't
wear 'em.
stand them. I can't stand them. And they never fit on my face. You could ask him. You could ask him. The entire time I had one on, dude, I was constantly pulling it up.
Dude, I have
Like
one of the
a
ones that like instead of going behind the ears, they go behind the head. So they ended up pushing my ears down, so I look like an absolute idiot when wearing it. The heck was
Yeah.
that?
I don't know.
We got any other topics to talk about now?
Not really. I mean, we've been going for an hour, and for how late?
Yeah, it was mostly y'all story.
I think this would be honestly a good point to stop the stream, and we can keep talking after the stream. I don't mind that.
That's fine.
But I think for content-wise, that's gonna be it for the stream. Wednesday Weedles. We actually did it on a Wednesday. Who knew? My appendix is no longer exploded.
Oh, that's
Please
nice.
come back next time to enjoy more of Timothy Smith's Mr. Tim the Toolman Taylor's wonderful stories about total nonsense that make no sense.
Like our bromance. Woo!
On Double T Productions.